Are you mad, Zara? Open this door now, or I'll break it. Ah! Rah! Rah! Rah!
Listen well. In the old days, when families chose husbands and daughters obeyed, there lived a young woman called Zara. On the day of her wedding, drums were beating. People were dancing. Food was plenty. But Zora did not sing. She sat quietly while women painted her face and dressed her in gold. They said she was lucky. They said she was blessed. She was being married to Leonard, a rich man, a man with many houses and many friends. Smile, her friend whispered. Many girls would die for this marriage. Zora smiled with her lips, but not with her heart.
Wait, before we continue, smash that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss amazing African folktale stories like this. Hit the like button if this story moved you. It really helps our channel grow. Comment below. Tell us where you're watching from and which part of the story touched you the most. I want to see all your thoughts. And if you're craving more African folktales, check out the Bumped app on the Play Store. Hundreds of stories waiting for you. Okay, now let's get back to the story.
For when Leonard looked at her, his eyes did not speak love. They spoke possession. As Zora stood to walk toward him, her heart whispered a warning. Not every wedding is a celebration. Some are the opening of a cage. That night, after the dancers left and the drums went silent, Zora followed Leonard into his big house. The gate closed behind them. Leonard did not ask how she felt. He did not give her time. He said, "You are my wife now." Zora's heart trembled. That night, sleep refused to visit her. Each time she closed her eyes, Leonard pulled her back as one pulls a goat on a rope. By morning, her body was tired and her spirit was wounded. She told herself, maybe it is just the first night. Maybe tomorrow will be better. But elders say, when a man shows you his hand early, believe him. Days passed. Leonard wanted Zora always. When the sun rose. When it slept. When Zora begged for rest, Leonard laughed. A woman must satisfy her husband, he said. Zora grew thin. Her eyes lost their shine. One day, she went to her mother and spoke with a shaking voice. "Mama, I am tired. This marriage is heavy." Her mother sighed. "My daughter, marriage is endurance. That is how it has always been." Zora left with tears in her eyes. That night, seeking peace, she locked herself in another room. Sleep came slowly. Then, bang! The door shook. "Open this door," Leonard shouted. Zora begged. "Please, let me rest." Another bang. "You do not decide." Her hands shook as she opened the door. Leonard stood there, anger in his eyes. In that moment, Zora understood a hard truth. This was not marriage. This was ownership. And when a woman becomes property, freedom must be fought for. Listen well. Zora remained in Leonard's house, but joy did not remain in her body. Each morning, she woke up tired. Each night, she slept without rest. Leonard followed her like a shadow. Where she went, he went. When she sat, he watched. He wanted her always. If Zora complained, he laughed. If she cried, he said nothing. Slowly, the light in her eyes went out. One afternoon, Zora met her friend by the roadside. The friend looked at her and gasped. "Zora, what has eaten your joy?" Zora spoke in a low voice. "I do not rest. I do not breathe. I am fading." The friend shook her head. This is not how a home should be. Zora lay awake and understood something elders know. When a woman begins to fade, danger is near. That evening, Zora sought peace. She entered another room and locked the door. For the first time in many nights, her heart rested. Sleep came softly. Then, bang! The door cried out. "Open this door," Leonard shouted.
Are you mad, Zara? Open this door now, or I'll break it.
Zora's heart jumped. My husband, please, let me rest. The door shook again.
Are you mad,
mad?
Zara? Open this
Open
door
it
now,
now.
or I'll break it.
Zora's hands trembled as she opened the door. Leonard stood there like a storm. You are my wife, he said. You cannot refuse me. Something inside Zora broke. She pushed him back. Enough. Her voice shook, but it was strong. I am not a goat tied to a rope. I am not a thing. I am human. Leonard stepped back, surprised. Fear touched his face. And Zora knew. The day fear enters the heart of the oppressor, the seed of freedom has been planted. Zora did not sleep again. She waited. When Leonard traveled far from home, Zora packed a small bag. No fine clothes. No gold. Only her life. At night, a car waited near the gate. Her friend whispered, "Enter quickly." As the car moved, Zora did not cry. She only breathed. She went to a small room in a far place. The walls were bare. The bed was hard. But peace sat beside her. There, Zora learned a truth the elders repeat. A husband does not own a woman. Marriage does not silence consent. When her mother called and said, "You have brought shame," Zora answered calmly, "I choose life." She ended the call. But listen well. A man who loves power does not forget easily. Leonard watched from afar. And the story was not yet finished. Listen well. Zora stayed far from Leonard's house. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Slowly, her breath returned. Slowly, her eyes found light again. She walked with her hands and fed herself honestly. She slept without fear. In that place, she met a gentleman called Dare. Dare spoke softly. He listened more than he talked. He did not touch Zora without permission. He did not command her. Zora watched him carefully. For when a woman has been bitten by a snake, she fears even a rope. But Dare was patient. And slowly, Zora learned another truth. Love does not shout. Love does not chase. Love waits. But elders say, when you run from a leopard, do not think it has forgotten your scent. One morning, Zora received a message. You cannot hide forever. Her heart trembled. Leonard had found her. He did not come openly. He came like a spirit. Whispers followed Zara. Lies were told. Even Dare began to worry. The past is following us, he said. Zora's joy shook. For Leonard still wanted power. Even from far away. Some men do not love women. They love control. Tired of running, Zora returned to Leonard's house. Not because she loved him, but because she wanted peace. Leonard welcomed her with smiles. But a smile that hides teeth is still a weapon. Zora became quiet. She watched. She listened. Unknown to her, evil was already waiting. One night, Leonard drank something given by another hand. Before the sun rose, Leonard fell. Before the next sunset, Leonard was dead. People shouted. Questions rose like smoke. And Zara stood at the center of it all. Elders say, when two drums beat together, the weaker one tears first.
And if you're craving more African folktales, check out the Bumped app on the Play Store. Hundreds of stories waiting for you. Okay.